Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your mid-August 2015 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Pisces. And I'm back again using my regular Shadowscapes deck. I had to pause my computer for a moment, so I actually laid out the spread and I'm starting over in the reading. I had actually talked for quite some time, but I hate splitting my videos up, so I'm just kind of starting over again. It's actually good for me to kind of reset my psychic brain and look at things again from a different perspective sometimes. So anyways, I am just doing my regular Shadowscapes reading. For those of you who are new to my channel, it is free to subscribe, so feel free to click the subscribe button. You'll get a message in your inbox saying when I post my videos, and I do post my videos twice a month. I do my mid videos and my mid month videos, and then my overall month videos around the first, first or second. I am very busy, but I am doing private readings still, so if you'd like a private reading, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com, and I'd love to get you scheduled. And you can find out more information about my pricing and payment information on the About section on my YouTube channel. Just click on the About link, and that'll take you to it. So yeah, and I really appreciate all your comments and messages and everything. I do read everything, just so you guys know, and I don't really respond a lot to the messages on the boards, under these videos, but I do read everything, so I really appreciate your comments, and I do love reading your emails. So eventually I'm going to have a post office box so you guys can send me real mail, because I love mail. But anyways, where was I going? Okay, so let's begin the reading. I did roll it out already, and I'm going to start with the card in the position of the immediate future, okay? Because just so you know, for those of you who are new to my channel, I kind of flit and float around in the reading itself, from past, present, and future to whatever kind of thing that kind of draws me in. And the first card that draws me in is the Devil, okay? So, you may be in a relationship to the Devil as your spouse or your partner, okay? They may be primarily Capricorn, Taurus, could also be an Aries in this case, or I was going to say Virgo, too. Taurus, Aries, Capricorn, or Virgo. Primarily the Taurus, Aries, Capricorn, though, because those are the ones that have the horns, okay, and the hooves. So that's what I see at first. I don't see you being the Devil, Pisces, although you might be if you have other, planets in your chart, especially in your ascendant or your moon or something. Like maybe you have your, ascendant and moon in Taurus, and then your sun is in Pisces or something like that. I don't see you as being the power player here as the Devil. I see you being chained to the Devil. So I feel like you, Pisces, especially Pisces females, are inside this little compartment here, this little cave, and you're feeling trapped. So in the immediate future, and I'm going to say this is mid-August, okay? Mid to, I'd say late August, you're feeling kind of stuck. You're feeling trapped, most likely in a relationship that you feel like maybe you can't get out of, you can't break out of for some reason, or you're in a relationship with someone who's very controlling, where they have power over you, or they don't have, but you think that they have power over you in some way. I'm feeling like, to me, this is a card about breaking up, needing to break up, needing to get out of a marriage, needing to get a divorce, needing to break out of this cave, of this trap. This is like a booby trap, okay? Break out of it and start over, okay? This is the card about saying no to the Devil, okay? Now, some of you are struggling with it, have been or will be struggling with addiction problems, okay? Because the Devil, a lot of times, is someone who has addiction problems. So you may be, in a way, chained to an addiction, and I recommend doing some healing work to kind of clear that, to help you clear that, okay? Um, and we're talking sex addiction, drug addiction, pill addiction, any of the, stuff. You may have an addictive personality, and, you need to overcome this addiction and know that it's very, people feel like a lot of times, well, an addict's always going to be an addict, and that's not always the case, okay? Because you can overcome anything if you really want to. And this is the case with this card. Because really, the chain to the devil is not that strong. And if you choose to, you can get out, basically. So now some of you you may not be married, or you may not be like in a full-blown partnership. There may be someone who is taking your heart away. This could be someone who's in a relationship, but this is someone who, this could even be like a family member for whatever reason, okay? They have taken your heart, or they've taken some power over you, and they're trying to, in a way, they're very controlling. They're trying to control you with that. Someone may be lording power over you, where they know they have you. There's games that people play. To me, this is the definition of the game, okay? Where, it's a chess game. Everybody's playing this chess game, and who's going to win, and who has the power, and who's in control. And ultimately, someone once told me that the person that has the most control is the person that cares the least. And the person that cares the least is the devil. Because the devil, whoever the devil in your life represents for you, it could be you, but it most likely is the other person in your life, okay? Who doesn't really care that much. They've taken your heart, and you've allowed them to take it because you thought that it was actually going to go well. It was like one of those relationships where in the beginning, you had high hopes for the relationship. And then the person that either you're in a relationship with now or you married, it's not the person who you thought you were marrying, okay? And they have control over you in some way, where they have your heart. So even though you're trapped and you feel stuck, you still love them, okay? Which is one of the reasons why you're still in it, okay? So it's very hard to leave a relationship when you love the other person. Even if this is why people get treated poorly. This is why Pisces gets treated a lot of times so very, very poorly and stays, because they're either in love with the other person or they were in love with the other person, and that led to them being kind of I want to say manipulated in some way. And the devil, whoever that devil is to you, took your heart because they don't know what real love is. So they took it thinking that was what real love was, by taking it, okay? But that's not real love. Real love is something that's an exchange, okay? It's a 50-50 exchange. It's two people coming together. That's real love. It's the unification, okay? It's not the one person taking. That's not love. So anyways, I'm going on about this for some time because I feel like it's very important. It's interesting, the way to overcome this, and I put on another card, is the Ten of Pentacles, which is very interesting to me because it also shows me that some of you are chained to your financial situation. You're chained to money. You are chained to either wanting a job, needing a job, survival issues, doing a job just to do it for money. I feel like you feel like the way out of this relationship is money. It may actually be where you get an inheritance of some kind, or you get a windfall of money of some kind, or you meet somebody who actually has some money and they share it with you, okay? You could actually, you might be in contact with someone, because this is a young girl, okay? Some person, some female, okay? It may not be a young girl, okay? But I see her as being, she could be anywhere in her 20s to say, or even early 50s, okay? But I wouldn't say any really much older than that, although she could be, okay? In your case. But this is somebody who has money, and they're, I feel like they're coming into your life, I don't know, I feel like I want to say to help you in some way. Financially, this will help you, okay? Maybe get out of the relationship that you're in. But this could even indicate a raise or a promotion, any kind of this is the big money card. This is big wealth. This is wealth beyond measure. This is not just the cash card where the cash flow is good. This is like more than that. Excuse me. That's really loud. I sneeze really loud. Anyways, so, I would say be very cautious about doing things just for money or being overly focused on money, because that's you being chained to the devil. The devil is greed, the devil is money, or just the love of money. They always hit it, the money can't buy you happiness. So, to me, it can go either two ways. Someone that's coming into your life with money, or maybe three ways. Some kind of windfall of money, inheritance, actually being in the abundance consciousness of being like, I have abundance, I have money, I have an overflowing bank account. All these things you need to say to yourself. This is, again, getting some kind of new job or new opportunity to actually make money, breaking out of the old pattern of being in survival, of desperation, of doing a job just to do it, doing something because you want to do it, because you love to do it. The funny thing is, Pisces, your ideas are money. Okay, that's what my guy just said. So keep that in mind. I feel like this is some kind of either a creative project or something that you're working on. Don't hold yourself back. Don't say, well, I can't do that because of this, and I can't do that because of that. So it's good. It can go on forever that way for you, Pisces. Don't procrastinate, but I do feel like you're going to overcome this challenge. I do, which is very good. Now, the next challenge, well, I should say the first challenge, the challenge that comes before the immediate future, but this thing that you kind of have to do first is the Ten of Wands, okay? And that's, needing to say no, taking on other people's burdens, other people's problems. If somebody comes to you and opens their mouth and says, God, blah, 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 happened to me today, blah, 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 blah. It's too much. You have your own problems to think about, and you have your own burdens to bear. This is also delegating responsibilities, asking, you need to ask for help. You need to go to somebody else and say, hey, listen, I need some help here with something, okay? Delegate is the key word, and say no. Putting you on a temporary notice that, you need to say no, effective immediately, okay? Say no to other people. If somebody says, can you do this? Say no. It's okay to say no, Pisces. It's okay. You don't have to. I feel like you're shouldering a lot of either financial burdens, household responsibilities. Some of you have more than one property. This is like, multiple houses, multiple families, a blended family. There's just a lot. Oh. I see this occasionally where some people actually live in a house that has what I call a portal, okay? And the portal, you might think of as like, like a wormhole, or like, in like science where it's kind of a direct link to another time, space, situation, okay? So people that I have had, and I have had clients that have this issue, that have houses that are actually, there's a portal going through their house, okay, or that house is built in that portal, what happens is the people that live there somehow lose their perception of time, okay? And Pisces automatically lives in another land altogether, okay? They live in the creative space. They live in that flowy, dreamlike, fogged up space where they're looking up, at life through all this water, okay? Through the filter of their emotions, and then all this like water where they just it's like sort of like all this, film, they see light, but their perception of how to get from the bottom of the ocean floor all the way to the surface, time-wise, is kind of warped, okay? And things happen slower naturally because if you think about it, if you run underwater, it's much, much slower than if you run not underwater, okay? So that's the Pisces. It's a slow-moving kind of energy that eventually it gets to the surface, but it can take a Pisces a really long time to get there. No offense to you, Pisces. I mean, eventually, once the Pisces shows up, everything's good. But until then, delays, right? Major delays for Pisces, which is unfortunate. But anyways, so Pisces, for those of you who are watching, your house may be some kind of portal, okay, where time stands still, okay? And for these unfortunate souls, because you're Pisces and already is slow, you have to really watch the time, okay, in this house, because it's even slower there than other places. So say you go, I don't know, to the library for whatever reason, okay? Time for you is fine, but you go to your house and it stands still. So you have no perception of time. Your perception of time is completely inaccurate because you could be a house that has a portal. Time goes so slowly that it's almost just like you could feel like for you that only 3 minutes has gone by, okay? But actually, that's your perception, okay? So when I say time moves slowly, that's your perception. But actually, you could have been in that house for 200 years and you wouldn't know it, okay? Because there's a portal going through it, okay? So I'm just warning you, if this is the situation, message me if you feel like it is, where it may not be your house. It could be like a family member's house, your mom's house, your dad's house, some house that has this issue with time, okay? So, that's said. Now, that's the thing that's crowning you. That's what's going on in this moment right now. That's something for you to work on. Time management, I would say. Pisces, it's always time management. Always, okay? But then also not doing something just for money, being authentic to who you are, not being so focused on money, doing something because you want to, and know that, you're abundant and you're going to, either come into some money very quickly that you're not expecting, or you're going to make your own money, basically. Okay, so next, the next challenge in the position of your attitude is the Five of Cups, which is you, Pisces. It is the girl who's standing on the beach and, she's holding her goldfish and she's looking out into the ocean saying, when am I going to meet Mr. Right? When is life going to get better? How soon is this going to happen? And when is my ship going to come in? And, this is a girl that is heartbroken, okay? A lot of times she's just heartbroken. This is someone who has a lot of overwhelming emotions, okay? Pisces naturally does. So when I always say to Pisces, it may appear, like if you know Pisces, it may appear that they are always crying, okay? Or always upset about something because they have so much emotion, they just don't really know what to do with it. So I usually tell Pisces to actively cry, okay? Twice a day. In the morning, sort of like it needs to be kind of like, it can be in the shower, you wash your hair every morning in the shower, okay? Then you cry. And then at night, before you go to bed, you cry. And then the rest of the time during the day, you're filling your life with positive things so you're not crying. So that you're not always crying, when you're out in public or going and doing things. You're releasing in a healthy way, but not like constantly being in that main thing. Main emotions. But this is also being overwhelmed. And your sense, you're overwhelmed with emotions. You may be overwhelmed with things going on in general, okay? And so basically, and my computer slowed down, so I'm going to have to stop it anyways. Insert again. I'll be back.